Good designs don't have to be complicated. Setting up an efficient home office does not mean you need to buy all the expensive furniture and tech products to place them everywhere in your room. Hi, if you think you can't focus when you work from home, it's most likely you didn't create a workable space for yourself. And I'm gonna share with you 4 tips that you must know before setting up your home office. And I guarantee you will be working very efficiently and you won't be working on the couch ever again.
And it has brands is expensive?
The big screen's expensive, yeah.
Oh, can I have one?
What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karine. As mentioned, I'm gonna share with you 4 tips that you must know before you set up your home office. And if you actually put them into consideration for your next home office setup, I guarantee you, you are never gonna sleep on the couch when you work from home. I'm actually not sure because it depends on people, but your productivity will go up for sure and you can actually focus on your work. And I'm actually gonna bring you along with me for the whole transformation process of my home office that I vlogged the other day. So without further ado, let's get started.
I'm gonna bring you to my study right now and with my cat here. So as you can see, it's not really a big room, and there's a wardrobe here and a cat here and a bed here. Originally we actually don't have this bed, but there was one time my sister came over and we kind of need a guest bed, so we put a bed there and we never really took it away. So initially, one desk was here, one desk was here, we're facing each other, and it was all right. We were doing all right. But then after we're at the bed, we kind of need to rearrange the room, and you can see it's actually really tight space. And I'm going to do a measurement later, and we'll see how we can work around with the layout.
Before we go to IKEA, we're going to measure our room first, because I sort of have a plan in my mind. They're fighting. If you are planning to buy any furniture, please can you make sure you have this measurement tape, because it's gonna save your life. I used to just go to IKEA when I was a student. I used to just go to IKEA and look at all the furniture that I like, but then I didn't really think of the whole space. So it was like a bit of a mess, because I went to IKEA and I looked at the table, I was like, oh, I like it, it can fit in my house. But then I didn't really think about, oh, it doesn't fit in the whole space, it will look weird. I didn't really think about that. So the best thing, the first thing you want to do for room makeover, you should always measure your room. Apart from this measurement tape, I also have this laser here, but this is more like an work stuff that you usually have, but I bought it myself. If you look at the wall, so I put the, oh shit. If you look at here, like you put the laser here, and then you point at the furthest point of the room that you want to measure, and then you measure it, you get 2.6 here, and to the length we're gonna do here, it's 3.5 or 3.6. So yeah, so it's 2.6 by 3.6. So now you kind of know roughly how much space you have.
That brings me to the first point, room layout. If you can lay your furniture properly at the right spot, let me tell you something. I have a good news for you. You are already halfway there.
I'll give you an example. Let's say very unfortunately your window is facing west and the sun path is like that. You don't want to place your desk facing the window nor next to the wall facing south. You want to place it next to the wall facing northwest, because then you can avoid the sunlight your entire afternoon. But this example is pretty dramatic, because if your study room faces west, just give up on the house and get out. So let's look at my study room. Our study is rectangular, which is one of the better shapes to work with. We have 3 power points, and the wardrobe is on the left side of the room. There is an access to the balcony parallel to the room entrance. It wasn't the worst solution with our original setup having 2 desks facing each other. Since we both have 2 screens, we didn't really like the fact that we couldn't really talk to each other when we were sitting in front of our desk. The other option would be putting our desks side by side, which you can see it's not really working. Apart from blocking the circulation space, our desks are also far from the PowerPoints. So we decided to lay our desk in an L-shaped layout. Then we have more space for me to film and we can talk to each other on our desk. So happy day. Comment below if you believe I can have a better layout. Let's look at the next problem in the room.
As you can see, there's no storage in this room. And you can see on my desk, there are 3 mouses. One is for my work, one is for my personal laptop, one is for my desktop. I know that's a lot of screens and stuff, and I'm gonna reduce it later. I'm gonna reset up everything, as I don't usually use laptop in the past. Yeah, and you can see there's cable everywhere because we don't have drawers in this room. So it is a bit kind of difficult for us to be organized. So it's not an excuse, but it's hard. Because it's not just in this room, the whole house, we don't really have storage. Like we do have like big wardrobes, but we don't really have like small storage, like that I can put some random small things in like.
So let's jump onto storage. You will work 2 times more efficiently if you have a good storage system in your home office. You might not trust me, but let me explain. Quite often we found our desks very messy. It is because we don't really know what to prioritize to display on our desk. You might find yourself finished using one thing and you will put it there for months. And you would tell yourself, no, I'm gonna use it next month, so I'm gonna put it there. That's fine. Or you might actually have a lot of tools you need for work. Let's say if you're a designer or you're an architect, you will have a lot of drawings, a lot of tracing papers, and a lot of tissue paper with your tear in it lying on your desk. And yes, we are all the same. And that is why I'm gonna introduce you one of the best storage solution I found in IKEA. If you look at the background, you might already know what I'm trying to say, but in case you don't know, yes, it's a pegboard. If you're new to pegboard, I'm gonna give you a very quick introduction of pegboard. Before that, think about a notice board. A notice board is to display all the urgent and important information on the board. And pegboard is exactly the same, but a storage version. And I cannot stress enough how much I love pegboard after I found it. And let me tell you something, pegboard is literally the best storage solution I found. You might be asking, honestly, it is just a board. Why are you hyping it up, Carice? And yes, that's exactly why it is such a good design, because
Good designs don't have to be complicated. Setting up an efficient home office does not mean you need to buy all the expensive furniture and tech products to place them everywhere in your room. You should first identify what's the problem with the current space and then work on what you already have. The problem can be fixed by just simply moving things around in the room, or it can be fixed by just adding some fairly cheap furniture. If you are those who have a lot of tools when you work, or if you are someone who puts your schedule planner in your drawer and never looks at it until a year after when you need a new one, consider getting a pegboard. It will remind you you already have so many pens and a schedule planner and you don't need new ones. We did pick up a drawer besides our pegboards. It is John X from IKEA. Aesthetically, this is a very good size of storage for a small home office. Since the room is already small, you don't want a giant drawer in the room. We did have an accident when we first got the drawer.
Trying to install this, or I actually don't install it. Yeah, I meant to install it. Wait! Oh no. I think we're missing something.
there were parts missing and we had to go to IKEA again. And the staff's reaction seemed like it wasn't the first time it happened. So if you are buying the same product, make sure you check if everything came together in the same package. Let's move on to the third point.
You will probably have known that what I'm gonna say for the third point when I'm holding a laptop stand. Yes, accessories. Accessories are one of those very simple but very effective things that we often overlook. And I think the top 3 accessories that you need to have for your home office setup would be cable organizer, a laptop stand, and an external wireless keyboard. Let's start with cable organizer. If you have a desktop, I think having a cable organizer is a must. Cable organizer can help the space to look clean and professional, and it will also extend the life of the cables. To be honest, how many times per week do you clean the space behind your desktop? Like once or none? It's okay.
These days, some desks do come with cable organizers. Since I couldn't get the timber looking like this, so I swapped to a desk that come with cable organizer. My desk comes with a cable tray, and I personally think it creates a very clean look as the mesh is not as transparent. I also use double-sided tape to stick my power board under the desk so there aren't any cables lying on the ground. With the separate tray we got, it does look less neat compared to my inbuilt cable tray, but it was definitely an improvement from not having any cable organizer. It is around $15 and you do need to make holes on your desk in order to install the tray. The nails are very small, so you can basically drill the holes with the nail itself and a screwdriver.
On to the last point, aesthetic. Here I'm not asking you to buy all the fancy lights and then turn your room to a cyberpunk home office, which that is kind of my boyfriend's dream. But when you're working with a reasonable budget, we don't want to buy too fancy stuff. Even though we're not buying any fancy stuff, I do think picking the right color scheme that fits your profession and lifestyle is very important. Different color schemes will give very different atmospheres to the room, and picking the wrong color scheme will definitely affect how much time you want to spend in the room or how motivated you want to be working in the room.
So we went to Bunnings to get my desk. If you don't live in Australia, you probably don't know what it is. Bunnings is a warehouse for household hardware or gardening tools or any building materials. You can basically find anything here, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I found them because I saw it online, but then I can't really see the actual timber because it will look very, very different in real life, and I'm correct, it's very different to what I thought. I kind of wanted something like this, which is like a darker timber, but then it is too yellowish. Yeah, because I kind of prefer some kind of red, darker timber. Yeah, I think the closer one would be this one, but again, also it's 1.8, which is too wide for me. Again, I don't really like the color, which this is another option. I'm not very sure if I really want them. I guess we just don't have luck, and we probably will go to IKEA now and see if we can find something that I really like. I think I do have one in mind that I want to get. Good size, good color, and I hope the real one looks like something that I want. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So I ended up changing my plan because I just couldn't find a timber desk that I really like. So at the end I went with black just because it matches my boyfriend's desk, so it looks more cohesive. And we went with a timber looking pegboard and a white storage to make the atmosphere less heavy and industrial. This setup is definitely not my dream home office setup. However, what I want as a designer is to find the best solution for the situation and work with the space that we already have instead of moving to a bigger apartment. What I also want you to notice is that when you plan your home office, you don't really want to skip the details like where the PowerPoints are, where the movement is like in a room. You need to know what you value the most in a space.
What do you think about the tips that I shared? Do you think there are other aspects that I should have included? If you do, comment below, or if you have any other questions relating to home design or any topics that you want me to do, comment below and let me know. I really hope this video can help you to set up a work environment that you can work more efficiently at home. If it does help you, please give me a thumbs up. I make videos about design and architecture. If you're interested, subscribe now. And thank you so much for watching until the end. I will see you in the next video.